So an update on the pullets. This one, I'm pretty certain is a hen. No, I'm not. She's the one I'm not certain about. The one there, I think it's definitely a cockerel. And the one here, I think is definitely a hen. She's also bottom of the pecking order, which is why she's reluctant to go in. I mean, look at her tail. It's sort of tucked under more than anybody else's. So I think that's why she's reluctant to go in. And I noticed this morning when I let everybody out, they all came out but her. And normally, because of Ida, I get them all out and chivvy them all out. And this morning I noticed that she was feeding, so she'd gone to the feeder. So I think she doesn't get to the feeder until everybody's gone. So I stood and waited some distance away because she, runs away from everything. So yeah, I think she's a hen definitely. But and that we've on the left there is definitely the cockerel. But this one, the jury's out. So they're 20 weeks. 20 weeks. So what's that? 3 months? May, June, July, no, 4 months or whatever. 5 months? 5 months, I think. So I should know by now, but we don't handle them as much as we should. And I think what I'm going to do with her is I'm going to start picking her up at night and just holding her and getting her sort of used to us. Can any of you see the difference? This is definitely a cockerel in the foreground, isn't it? He's very tall, and he's always had that different face and comb, which is why these two have been confusing, because they've got a darker face and less comb. So hopefully there's two hens, in which case, we'll have to see what happens, but we can't keep two cockerels together. We can keep two cockerels together and see what happens, but they'll fight, potentially. And cockerels, when they fight, it's, they keep fighting and they bleed and they bleed and they keep fighting. They fight to the death, so we can't have that. Oh, those two are fighting over there. So it's difficult, isn't it, with them being black in the dark over there? That doesn't help. I've just put the light on. I don't think that helps at all. The other thing, when I was standing outside listening to her feeding, because she's making pecking noises, the other chickens, if they're nearby, can hear it and they start heading back. So I was having to keep them at bay because they want to go in and see what somebody's having, and then it risks her not having any food. He's such a mess. Been molting for I don't know how long. It really is a mess. I've just put front line on Jazz, just scratching and scratching and scratching, in between meowing at me to let her out of a door. So I managed to pick her up as we went out the door and stand her on the table and put Frontline on. And normally we do it between us because she obviously struggles, but I did manage. That's definitely a hen. I'm looking at the tail end. This is the last of our ex-bats. She gets under our feet, very tame and very skinny compared to everybody else, and that's just because she's skinny, not because she's not eating. It's just that's the way she is. You look at that. I'm not coming over to get you. I'm not. You're such a difficult girl, aren't you? Don't let anybody touch you. Unless they've got bread. Yes, I am talking about you. It's a favourite habitat for chickens, under trees. You're going to grow some tail feathers back soon, Mr. Cockerel. Hmm? See, these have got different faces, both of them. But that one's, I don't know. What I need to do is pick them up. Oh, I won't show you that. I need to look and see who's got spurs. I bet I can see the other one is out in the main garden. I think I'll have a look and see who's got spurs. I got a piece of grass stuck in my beak. Now that is the scaredy cat. She looks quite relaxed under there now. It was so pretty. I just chucked a load of seeds over there a couple of years ago. I can never remember the name of it. I always want to call it Nicotania or something. But it flowers in the evening. It's perfumed, I think. Flowers in the evening and then closes up during the day. It's looking really lovely. There you go, update on the pullets.